If you can hear... Oh, now they can hear me yelling. Sorry, stay tuned. Uh-oh. This has happened before.
It has?
Yes, it has.
Is this a Studio A thing?
Yes, it is.
I can talk to them, though.
Yeah, you can talk.
How are we doing?
You want me to just commentate everything that you're trying to say?
Sure,
she said.
Take it away.
Take it away, she said. I asked if you wanted me to commentate, and you said yes. So, let's see if this wants to work. And now you're unmuted. And...
Can you guys hear me now? Please comment if you can hear me and Petey. Petey, say something.
Test 1, 2. Test
Chat,
1, 2.
Please tell us. We need to know.
No. Sean, welcome to the Sean Show, I guess.
This is the Sean. Sean is. Oh, they can hear us. Okay. Woo!
Well, we tested the friggin' mic.
Roadcaster as functional as Hari Satri's goaltending.
Exactly. Okay, I'm going to start from the top.
So I'm going to go with Michael Langford here. Great job, Sean.
Yeah, that was good.
But that wasn't sarcasm. That was probably... He was being positive. I was doing it with a little touch
Okay,
of
I'm going to start from the top so that when we cut this for audio, nobody has to sit through that on audio.
Sure.
Welcome to the PHNX Coyotes post-game show, brought to you by the one and only DraftKings Sportsbook app, America's top-rated sportsbook app. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts and leave us a 5-star review. I'm Leah Merrill here with Steve Peters. If you're listening on audio, we just had some technology issues that we worked through, and that is because we are in Studio A. This is not our home studio.
And why are we here?
Because the entire Studio B is at the Ainsworth in downtown Phoenix for opening day D-backs pre- and post-game show.
So when were the last two shows at the Ainsworth?
Like last week?
Well, so tonight.
Oh, yeah.
What did we have to do? This. Last one was a Suns watch along at the Ainsworth where everybody else at PHNX goes, drinks, gets food, appies, hangs out. What are we doing that night?
Post-game show.
So on two different Ainsworth watches, everybody's having fun at PHNX, and there's all kinds of PHNX people there. We're here. We are literally the only three people here in the studio.
Yes, we are.
Play ball.
Well, like I said before,
maybe they should do the show, watch the hockey game for 2.5 hours, and we could go watch baseball and drink beer. No?
But then would we have to do their post-game show?
Yeah, fair point.
Yeah, and I don't think I could talk baseball for
rain
an hour.
delay and 12-inning games.
Well, like I said before,
he said sign number 1. We're so past.
If only you were here before.
So past sign number 1.
As I said when everyone could not hear me, this feels like deja vu, another 5-1 loss for the Coyotes. And like somebody said in the Discord, this season for the Coyotes feels like a bell curve. The first 11 games, losses. And this end stretch, and there's been some wins in there, but just brutal. And then there was the peak in the middle of that stretch on the road, some really good play, the beginning of the month of March, even some games in February, and that was the peak. And it just feels like we can't get to the end of the season fast enough, and it's tiring, almost.
I mean, we sit here and talk about, they've got to play harder. They're missing 9, maybe even 10 regulars, depending on who you call regulars in the lineup. How are they supposed to win?
Yeah.
Like, it's not like they're missing 1, 2, 3 guys. And I know from the coaching staff perspective, they're going to say, you have to play who you have. I mean, this is our lineup. This is who has to be, this is who we have to go with. The reality is they're playing with half of a minor league roster right now, or guys that they've just called up, or guys that haven't played together, and wait for it because the college national championship is on Saturday. And after that, they could be adding another player in Nathan Smith. So there's just going to be more additions. Unfortunately, the second Clayton Keller went down, so did their offense.
Yep.
It's back-to-back 5-1 losses.
Clayton Keller and Lawson Krause in the same week.
For the entire season.
Yeah.
So let's just try to get through the rest of these games healthy. It's back-to-back 5-1 losses. Hari Satri's gets in the game tonight. I kind of felt bad for him.
I did too. That's why the thumbnail on this video says, Sorry, Hari.
Sorry, Hari.
It was just, he hadn't played in so long. He went through this whole dramatic journey to get here where he was in the KHL and made the choice to not play there anymore and played in the Olympics and won gold for Finland and talked to this family when he heard Toronto was interested and said, and this is all per Craig's story on gophnx.com, but said, okay, maybe we can make this work. And then not just the Coyotes, but a bunch of teams tried to claim him off waivers. And because of the Coyotes' position in the standings, they were the ones who got it. So he went from being a KHL player to, you know, global events, turning all of that upside down to, oh, let me try Toronto. And like Arizona can be not only opposite in terms of location and weather and everything, but just Toronto's going into the playoffs and the Coyotes are...
His role would have been different
Yeah.
there probably. I mean, you know, they're looking at Jack Campbell waiting for him to get healthy at the time, and that was probably their thought process. He may even only dress a few games after everybody gets healthy. Here, he's going to play. Like there's a handful of games left. He's still going to get some games in here.
Yeah, and this, I mean, his first game, 27. I mean, it wasn't great, 5 goals against, but like, it's so hard to not have game time. And also in Craig's article, Coach Journey said they just don't even have a lot of practice time as a team, let alone he just got here. He from all the visa issues and all the immigration issues, like he just has to play games, and that's the practice time he's going to get. And the good news for him is that this wouldn't have been the case in Toronto, but nobody expected him to come in here and win. This isn't the same situation where Wedgwood came in and stopped the 11-game losing streak and had stand on his head performances. Maybe Sautery will have that before the year ends, but
I thought there were glimpses where he was really good, even in the first period. You look at the goal; it's a power play goal by the Vancouver Canucks. I don't know how the hell you want him to stop that. Backdoor tap in, no chance. He made a couple of big saves in the period. I thought it looked big. I thought he looked confident. And then the one that probably really hurt him is the one Bo Horvat scores from behind the net on the wraparound. That one probably goes, that's probably where I don't know if you lose a little bit of confidence there, but that's kind of where his night kind of turned on the Bo Horvat goal. I mean, how am I trying to say this? I don't know what else you can say. The other team is better.
Petey Cam.
The other team was just better. When you're missing half your lineup, and you're playing a goalie who hasn't played in the NHL since 2018, again, what is it we expect to have happen here? They hung around. They kept it close to the first period, 1-0, but this is what we're going to see for the rest of the year. This is it. I'm sorry. Hopefully next year.
Yep. What did you guys all think about Petey Cam? Give us some feedback.
I know, that's Petey Cam.
That was the first time. There's the first time I've heard. That's the one benefit of being in this room.
Studio.
Maybe the mics don't work for the first minute of the show, but we get a 2-camera set, so that's fun.
Yeah.
And also, yes, Vancouver is the better team, and they have something to play for right now.
Yeah.
So
playoff hockey's coming, and this is a great time to be a hockey fan, and even a great time to be a Coyote fan. I mean, you're looking at the drafts coming up. And we talked about the standings, and we'll talk more about that later. Things are looking up. Like Barrett Hayton, I thought Barrett Hayton played extremely well tonight. He made an offensive impact. He made a physical impact. Barrett Hayton looked good tonight. Matthias Michelli is still growing, and some of the best young pieces haven't been playing. J.J. Mosier and some other people that they expect to get back in the lineup. And we're still going to get a chance to see the 2 college kids come out and play, hopefully before the end of the year. There are a lot of good, young, fun pieces coming to this team, and the draft is only a few months away. So it's exciting for Coyotes fans too. But with playoffs coming, playoff hockey is unreal. Like I'm a huge fan of playoff hockey, and some of the matchups that we're seeing or potentially could be seeing are going to be phenomenal. So we'll sit there, we'll have our shows during the week. We will talk playoffs. We will talk Coyotes. We'll talk drafts. We'll talk prospects. We're just going to talk hockey. So we're going to still have fun. I'm not going to be grumpy. I'm not trying to be grumpy. I'm trying to be positive. I just opened a beer, so maybe it'll get better.
Here's my other question about Sautery before we move on from him. How did he get a Coyotes mask so fast? And Wedgwood, it took forever.
That is a great question.
We might have to ask Craig, or we might have to...
We'll call...
we can ask Sautery.
I'll ask some people.
Yeah, because we all know how much...
But when did he get picked up on waivers? Like it's been weeks.
At the trade deadline, March 21st. So it's been...
Wedgie took months.
Yeah.
Huh. The only thing is, and maybe I'm wrong, didn't Wedgie have to send his mask to Europe to get painted?
Yeah, I think there was like a supply chain issue. So
maybe Sautery was there where maybe his painter is in Finland.
Maybe.
We'll see. We'll ask Craig.
Well, more to come. We'll find out about that. Trying to stay on the positive.
Yeah, and I really am. There were things tonight. The defensive zone coverage was blown a few times, but on the positive side, how about those old Coyotes?
Oh yeah, OEL. I was like old. I was thinking old, like old in age.
Former.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, there are no old
Well,
Coyotes.
they had great nights. Both OEL and Conor Garland on the board tonight. Which it's always surreal the first time you see players like that, who especially OEL for the time that he was here, but Garland for the emotional connection the fans made with him right away. To see them in a different jersey color in the building. I mean, the Coyotes had played in Vancouver already this year, but it's different when they come here. And I know that they did a video tribute for OEL.
And that's what I wish we could have seen.
I know. It is on Twitter. The Coyotes did tweet the video.
Did they?
But I would have liked to
multitasking.
But I know you're bad at that. But I like to watch when you're at the game, like watch him watch that
exactly
and see his reaction.
You could see when it happened. They cut to commercial and he was looking up the screen. Everybody's watching, so you knew it was happening right then. You're like, oh,
it is weird. And if I had thought about it, I would have bet. And you said this the other day, and I needed to listen to you, but I would have bet for Garland to be an anytime point scorer in this game.
Yes,
and he almost had 3 assists. It was the third assist was taken away. But both OEL and Garland had assists tonight. So, what'd you think of their play?
You know what? It's funny because you look at there were actually 4 former Coyotes in the lineup tonight, and you go back to we'll start with Luke Schenn. It's been years since Luke Schenn played here, and you kind of forgotten about him, right? But he's still the same player. He still defends well. He still plays a hard-nosed hockey game, and it kind of reminds you of what he used to be, along with Brad Richardson. I mean, he's another guy. Brad Richardson doesn't end up on the score sheet, but Brad Richardson played like Brad Richardson tonight. Tough in the corners, got to the net, competed hard in the hard areas. You miss those guys. You miss what they bring to a team, and they're pieces of the big puzzle that helps a team make the playoffs. I mean, they're not getting the points on the scoreboard, but you need those pieces to win. On the other side of it, I thought Oliver looked great. I thought he looked smooth. He skated smooth. He distributed the puck well. He still has that little swagger when he skates. So he's got that little confidence that I think it kind of woke up when he got to Vancouver. Hey, no mistake about it. He's had an up and down year there. But he still quarterbacks the power play. He still makes great plays from the top on the blue line. I thought he had a really good game. And Conor Garland had really nice distributing the puck, gets 2 assists. Even the assist
on the second goal was beautiful.
Well, and Horvat, even the first one where he backhands it along the wall, just the recognition that, hey, I'm running out of room here, I'm going to go offside. He throws it behind the net where Horvat gets the wraparound. And you're right, on the 3-on-2, it's a beautiful play through the middle of the ice.
Yeah, he was looking forward.
I mean, it's great.
It to the side. Yeah,
he played great, and happy for those guys. I hope somehow, some way, they string some wins together and find a way to sneak in. It's going to be really hard. Like they're behind Vegas. They have Vegas 2 more times though, so maybe.
Spencer said Garland deserved his own video. How do you feel about tribute videos, and what do you think the baseline is for you to get
That's
one?
harsh. Like, what do you do? Like, should Conor Garland, he got drafted here, played his first NHL game here, all of his NHL firsts are here, but he couldn't get a video?
But do you think he would have gotten one if not for OEL?
I do.
But what is
there a 2 video minimum?
But do you do a video?
Like, what is the rules?
But do you do a video for
That's a great
everyone?
question.
Like, what makes you deserving of a video?
That's a great question. I don't know. I know I didn't get one.
I don't know. Chime in.
I don't know what it is. We're gonna get to the bottom of it though. I
think this is a debate.
By our next show, I will find out the actual answer from the organization on tribute videos.
So you have to make your list. You need to find out about the helmet,
the mask, and tribute videos.
And the tribute video.
I love the tribute video. I think it's awesome.
I do too. I
like to see that player. I love it when the player cries. That's the best. If you can get the visiting player to come into your building and cry,
that's the
whoever
goal.
produced the video, money. That's money. That is the goal.
Yeah, they are great.
I don't think Oliver cried. Maybe he did. We weren't there.
But I did see the video of him after, like waving to the fans, smiling.
I mean, he is another player. Drafted here, did everything here first. And you go back, we've been talking a lot about old memories of Gila River Arena. Shit, Oliver was there. Like, he was in the 2012 playoffs with, like, that's how long he's been here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he was a little kid back then.
Yeah.
So he's been around a long time. And so to see him have some moderate success, even if it was just a point on the scoreboard tonight. I'd love to see him make the playoffs in Vancouver.
Maybe not this year, maybe next year.
It's a hard hill to climb right now.
We'll see what happens with them. But Craig actually got the chance to sit down with both Garland and OEL today, and Richardson as well, and Luke Shen, I think. So there's a story on gophnx.com. I think Craig had, or no, he just had multiple stories this week. There's a lot going on this week. So story on Hari Satari, which we kind of went over some of his storyline, and also Satari. Hari Satari. Sorry, it's just so easy to say
Can
Hari
we talk
Satari.
about that? How do players change their name over the years?
What do you mean?
Because I went and watched his old games in Florida today when he played back. His last win was in 2018, so I went back and watched him play. It was Hari Satari. It was. Everybody called him the Florida announcers.
That doesn't mean his name changed. It just means he didn't care enough to say anything.
Dadonov, playing in Vegas, was Dadonov when he came into the league, and now it's Dadonov. Like, how does that happen?
I don't know. It's like the game telephone you played as a kid. Oh, add it to the side count board.
I don't know. I don't know. Did they change it?
Side count. We didn't even. Oh, wait.
Oh.
Wow. I'm getting all over the place.
You are all over the place.
Let me just finish by saying gophnx.com. You can read all of Craig's stories this week, including a primer about the situation with the Tempe City Council, which we'll ask Craig more about when he gets here. But you can read about Satari's story to get here. You can read about all the former Coyotes visiting at gophnx.com. So be sure to sign up, become a member. You get access to those stories, get a year membership, get a shirt when you sign up. Petey and I are both wearing PHNX shirts. Yep. And we got Cody behind us. So you can get that from the locker. A new D-back shirt dropped today, which is only available to purchase today at the Ainsworth, but will be online next week. So if you're a baseball fan, keep your eye out for that in the PHNX Locker. All right. Tonight by the numbers, we kind of got off track in the beginning.
We haven't done that yet?
But let's look at them because there's some significant numbers here besides the score. The shots, honestly, pretty even tonight. For the first time, 32-29 Vancouver. But Vancouver, 2 for 2 on the power play and 73%
in the face-off circle.
I mean, those are two stat lines that are...
Yeah, and again, we've always talked about the face-off. It may not be completely significant, but you do start off with the puck more often when you win the face-offs. So you're going to get more offensive zone time. The power plays, that's Oliver Ekman-Larsson's, the assist he gets on this little floater wrister that he took. Same shot he had here in Arizona. You go, gosh, is it even going to make it to the net? And then somehow it finds a way to score. He's just got that ability to get pucks through to the net. That sneaky little wrist shot is phenomenal. And the Coyotes go 0 for 3 on the power play, struggling to find offense since the loss of Clayton Keller. It's just reality.
Yeah, it has been rough. And then the special mention for the side count, 23.8.
23.8.
OEL and Garland. And
there were a lot of sides.
Did Petey really only side 23.8 times?
No, there's a lot of sides.
Maybe it was 238 and I added the decimal.
Yeah, there were a lot of sides. I don't know what it is about today. I don't know what it was. I don't know. A lot of size. Is it because we're in this studio? Is it because everybody's down at the Ainsworth doing baseball?
Feng shui, we're not used to
Feng shui is not
studio.
Right. Something.
It's opening day and it's hard. There's only, there's only
161 to go.
Yeah.
Well, 160. How about that?
Can you imagine if someone said to you right now, the Coyotes, there's 161
Jesus.
Woo!
Yeah, I don't know how they do it.
Thanks.
I'll sit and watch them from home, but I don't have to work them or go to post games. Plus, then they go the extra innings, and then there's rain delays. Like you could be at the studio for 8 hours.
And baseball, there's no timer. It's crazy.
Yeah,
but next weekend they have a series against the Mets, and those games are at 10:10 a.m.
Ooh,
so those post-series show will get over real early.
Okay, that's good.
That's perfect for you.
I could do that.
Yeah,
day shows.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe I'll rethink this. Maybe I'll rethink the baseball beat because I love baseball.
Plus, you have to consider that with the exception of this weekend, they're only doing post-series shows. So they're only doing a show of every 2 to 4 games.
Okay.
I could probably do that.
Check out PHNX.
Yeah, so if it's 2 to 4 games and we're doing 82 and we do all 82 and they're doing 2 to 4 games, do the math on that, Leah.
Well, they had to get through They had to get through the lockout. That was a good one.
That was a good one. So they're doing less.
Okay, well, steering this back to positivity.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Well, kind of. We had to pick a DraftKings King of the Game today, and our choice was the lone goal scorer, Nick Schmaltz, and 1 goal, we wrote half an assist because he kind of had one on the
offside
goal that
goal.
was rolled outside, which was kind of the turning point of this game because at that point they could have been
Tied.
They could have been back into that game and
Yeah,
it
right in
could
that game.
have changed the momentum, but they called it off. It was a blatantly
It was
offside. But taking that away, the effort on that goal was great, and Nick Schmaltz was still part of that, even though he doesn't get the point for it. So Nick Schmaltz is our draft king of the game.
And if you go back to that play, that line did have glimpses. And that play started off with Nick Ritchie on the forecheck, separates the player from the puck, gets it to Schmaltz, and then Schmaltz makes the play across the net as Ritchie drives the net from behind after being first on the forecheck. It was a great play. Like, it was a great play by that line. I thought that line had a little bit of chemistry tonight. If this team is going to get offense, it's going to come from that line.
Yeah, it was just so funny thinking about Nick Schmaltz, Nick Ritchie, and Boyd on the top line. Like, just this team has just the evolution of from night one to now. It's just sad.
And I don't know what happens now too, because we're getting just a handful of games left. Is anybody going to come back? Like, we already know Krause and Keller are not coming back, but does Fisher come back for a game or two? And to me, it's important for Fisher because he's a restricted free agent at the end of the year. Does he get signed anywhere? Does he play next year? If he doesn't, like, he's got to come back. I think it's important that he comes back and makes an effort to get into a game or two before this season is over, just for his future.
Yeah, Craig had said he's out 3 to 4 weeks and he hasn't played since March 22nd. So based on that, he maybe could, even if it's just the last couple.
Yeah.
Roussel, late April. Technically, it just depends. I don't know.
And Roussel's a guy that's not coming back. I don't imagine he's going to get re-signed here. And then you got to look at will the two college free agents. Well, they're not necessarily free agents. They were drafted and traded.
Well,
so
McBain signed.
Yeah, he's signed.
Yeah, but
can he get into
Nathan
a game?
Smith tonight, actually.
They win.
They won, so his season is prolonged.
Minnesota State beats U of M.
Yep.
Minnesota.
So they will
Golden
play
Gophers.
this Saturday.
They'll play Denver.
Wow. I
How
can't
about
believe
the Michigan Wolverines, the super team with Owen Power?
With all the top 5 draft picks of the 2021 draft. It's unbelievable.
And they don't make it to the finals.
Unbelievable. So,
kind of like the New York
if you want to
Yankees.
watch the... I know Sean liked that comment.
I know.
Red Sox fan.
Listen,
Boo.
I'm wearing a D-back jersey.
I know.
That jersey's money, by the way. I don't know where you get that. That's
Show
a
yourself.
great jersey.
I'm working on it. Hold on. Yes.
That is a great jersey.
Oh, we're all wearing PHNX shirt.
Yeah, no, I was a little hurt when you didn't mention me.
I like the baseball jerseys. I always wanted a Coyote baseball jersey.
That would be
I want a
sick.
PHNX.
How fire would that be?
Oh, a
PHNX,
PHNX
all black
one?
with the white piping and PHNX flag. Money.
Eric, if you're listening.
Yeah. That's sick. I like that.
Yeah, I love that.
A black PHNX baseball shirt or white with black. I like it.
Yes.
Okay.
I love that.
See if we get on that D-line. Yeah, that's really nice. Really nice. That's the other thing baseball teams do well. Baseball teams have so many different sweaters. Like, they have so many different colors. Like, it's not just, red, white, and black. They have red, white, gray, pinstripe,
Brown.
blue, brown. Like, and they let them wear. It's fun. Baseball's fun. I'm excited for baseball.
Didn't mean to do this, but I did. I did want to say that
Didn't mean to do this.
Didn't mean to do this. The D-backs were voted to have the worst jerseys in baseball today. I do not think that these were included in this because these are some of the cleanest jerseys in baseball.
That was funny.
Couldn't agree more.
Didn't mean to do this. Sean, while you're here, let's go ahead and
let's get
get
it done.
your DraftKings pick of the week, Sean.
Write your time code down, too, so you can find it.
Petey said, "Get it done," as if he wasn't looking forward to it. Are you?
No, it's just another checkbox on the.
Okay.
We got to check off today.
Yeah. My DraftKings pick of the week. Big UFC fight this weekend. There's like 3 or 4 championship fights. Aljo versus Peter Yan. But the one I'm picking, I'm a big UFC guy.
I know.
Yeah, no, Leah was talking about it today as we came in. Can't wait.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're a big UFC. You're a big UFC guy as well.
Leah is not
Who's
me.
No, that's what I'm saying. Leah's the big UFC guy.
That's
Who's your favorite
the
fighter?
biggest lie that's ever been told.
Yeah.
I feel like you're a big
Bill.
Cyril
It's Bill.
Gahn kind of person.
Ronda Rousey.
Okay.
Ronda Rousey hasn't fought in like 7 years. Anyways, a lot of big fights this weekend, but I'm picking the main event of UFC. What's the number? I'm sorry.
273.
UFC 273. See, big UFC girl. UFC 273. Alex Volkanovski versus the Korean Zombie, which is one of the hardest nicknames in sports, I think, the Korean Zombie. Alex Volkanovski is a -700 favorite, but you can get him. It's a 5-round fight, and you can get him to win by knockout, KO, or knockout, TKO, or DQ at +150 or +180. Excuse me. So that's like he's expected to win, but he's got 5 rounds to knock out a guy who's real inferior to him. So +180 seems like, I'm not going to say free money because last time I did that, it was I lost all my bets. But it is.
But other than that, take my advice.
But it's not. But I'm not. So that's why I'm not calling it free money. But it's the odds. It's a huge increase in odds for, I think, the most likely outcome of the fight.
Okay, but I do want to give Sean credit because his picks of the week on this show have been
solid.
On a huge run.
What was my last one? Was that South Carolina?
Yeah, it was the women's. Yeah,
and they destroyed Paige Becker.
They did.
Yeah. So thank you, Sean.
Whoa.
Oh, D-backs just walked off the game. Someone said.
Is that
true?
Is that true?
Huge if true.
Big if true. I will work to confirm.
Okay, well, by the way, Craig's in the green room.
Seth Beer just hit a 3-run bomb on Beer Day.
Wow. On Beer Day? It's Beer Day.
National Beer Day.
Okay, sorry, Craig. I know you're waiting in the green room, but I'll just read this really quick. So this weekend, UFC 273, if you want to follow Sean's advice or just get in on the action, new customers can bet $5 on any fighter and get $100 in free bets. Win or lose guaranteed. Choose your fighter, sit back and watch the action unfold. Bet $5 and get $100 in free bets. Sign up for the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use the promo code PHNX. Bet $5 on UFC 273 and get $100 in free bets no matter what. That's code PHNX this Saturday at DraftKings Sportsbook, the official sports betting partner of UFC. That's 21 and over. Arizona only. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. New customers only. Minimum $5 deposit. Eligibility restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. And now it's time for Craig. Craig.
Wait, he's here. There
Hello,
he is.
Sorry we kept you waiting. Oh no, we can't hear
muted.
Craig.
It's been a long.
There we go.
We're good.
It's been a long day. It's been a long day.
You've been at the arena all day today.
I have, yeah, since like 10 a.m. So I think we're at 12 hours now. So.
Man.
Well, we won't keep you very long then.
Well,
that's fine.
We have a lot. Don't worry about what's happening on the screen.
About.
No one else can see that.
No one can see. Okay. Never mind.
Craig, another 5-1 loss. It feels like deja vu.
Whee!
Anything on this one from
you? It was Hari Satari's first game. I kind of felt like it showed.
Yeah.
He hadn't played in a long time. I think he had, after he left the Olympics, I think his agent told me he went back and played a couple of playoff games in the K, and then obviously left because of the situation in Russia, and he hadn't played a game since. So he gets here, he had one practice basically. He did do some one-on-one work with Corey Schwab, but he had one practice, and then he gets thrown into a game. And that's the situation they're in. They need to see him at this point because there just aren't that many games left in the season. He said he felt great just being out there. He wanted to play a game, but, there were a couple goals that you could see in this game that you shouldn't be giving up, like the wraparound, for instance. You can't give up goals like that. So it'll be just an evaluation in progress here, and I'm sure they're not going to just judge him off this one game.
Yeah, but is this do you realistically think that there is a possibility that he signs for another season?
It depends what's available. I think he wants to stay in the NHL. Is he going to have other offers, or is he going to have a chance to stay here? I don't know.
Well, he's going to play.
Too early to stay right now.
He's going to play a few more games here. There's no doubt about it. I mean, he's going to get a chance.
Yeah.
So you got to see what he has. So,
Yeah.
You know what, Craig?
Listen,
I thought he was okay, Craig. I thought he looked big. I thought he looked confident in the first period. I actually liked the way he moved early, and I agree with you. The turning point of the game for him was the Bo Horvat wraparound. Up until that point, even the first goal, I didn't he had no chance on the crossing play on the penalty kill. I thought he looked good, and then that went in, and then it just, you could tell, like, it was like his moment, like a little nerves came in, and I don't think he was as sharp the rest of the game. Completely understandable. He didn't get the defense that he's probably used to. This wasn't the Finnish Olympic team defending for him. It's not the same game and the same team in front of him. So, hopefully he got enough work today that the next one he's better, and the next one he's better, and then we can really see what he has.
Yep.
Yeah. When you throw all the factors together, I mean, immigrating to the U.S., he hasn't played in the NHL in a really long time. He doesn't know his personnel, doesn't know the systems they play. He hasn't had any practice time. I mean, that's a lot to stack up, and jet lag, getting used to a new city, that's a lot. So give him a few more starts. I don't know how many he'll get, and quite frankly, guys, I don't know if the sample will even be large enough for them to make a decision at this point, but I guess they're going to at least try to get to that point.
Yeah, and Craig, we talked about the story you wrote on his journey to NHL. We also mentioned that you had the chance to talk to Garland and Oliver Ekman-Larsson and Richardson, among others, today. How was it catching up with those guys earlier in your 12-hour day at Gila River Arena?
That made it worth it, because I wrote this in the story. You could probably write this player is playing his former team, or this coach is playing his former team, or somebody's going back to their hometown. You can do that story like every night in the NHL. There's all sorts of homecomings or playing against former teams, but it's pretty rare when you get three, and then throw in Luke Shen as well. It's four guys. But those three guys in particular are Oliver Ekman-Larsson, Conor Garland, and Brad Richardson. Three guys that I really enjoyed covering. Three guys with completely different personalities, but three of the favorite guys that I've ever covered. So to get the chance, not only they put them on camera, obviously, for Canucks media, but then I got to chat with all three of them one-on-one out in the hallway, and just, aside from the stuff that was in the story, just talk about their lives, about the past, and just have fun. So it was great. It was really great reconnecting with all three of those guys. And
they had success on the ice tonight, too.
Yes, they did. Yeah. Every Canuck did tonight, didn't they?
Yeah, right. You're gonna say something else?
No. I was gonna talk about what we made the rules of. Do you get your own video? Because Oliver got his own video, right? His welcome back moment, his video, a little montage. Garland does not. So what is the demarcation line of who gets the video and who does not? Like, what's the rule of who gets a video and who doesn't? Games played, probably, status.
Yeah, it's probably terms. The term that you spent with the team a certain amount of time. To be honest, I thought Brad Richardson had spent enough time that they might have done something for him as well. It might just be that they don't want to roll three of those out in one game.
They could have the whole first two periods. You have Shen coming on the second intermission. Yeah, I guess.
Every commercial break, just like a different one.
I guess. And the way they dismantled this team a year ago, I guess you'd spend the whole goddamn season doing tribute videos for everybody that comes in. So I guess you can't do here's Aiden Hill night and the San Jose Sharks. I guess you can't do it.
They did acknowledge them on the PA, and have the crowd acknowledge them, both with Garland and with Richardson. So it was interesting too that with those three guys, it was their first game back. Even Richie, who's been gone a little while, he just hasn't come back to Arizona to play a game. So unique circumstances again, and just great talking to him. And Vancouver stayed alive. I think they're 6 points back still of a playoff spot. And I mean, they have to play near perfect hockey to get in, but at least they're playing well and making it interesting.
Yeah, definitely making it interesting. And we'll talk more about the interesting Western Conference playoff race probably sometime next week on an audio episode. But it's so funny that they came back to Gila River Arena, and it's the only time they'll come back because, there's 6 games left after tonight? This was the 7th to last home game at Gila River Arena. And on that note, we're counting down, as we've been doing, the top 10 moments at Gila River Arena. So coming in at number 7, October 8th, 2005, Wayne Gretzky makes his home coaching debut for the Arizona Coyotes in a 2-1 win against the Minnesota Wild. Wayne Gretzky.
I love that picture, by the way. Look how young he looks.
I know. Look at Shane Doan, too.
I don't know, that TNT gig is aging.
Is that Tyson Nash?
Tyson Nash with the.
It is.
What is that?
And Brett Hall in the front. What a picture that is.
Wow, a bunch of legends.
Couple of Hall of Famers.
Thank you. I worked hard to find that one. That is one of 5 games that Brett Hull played as a Coyote.
Yeah.
Wow. But yeah, I mean, I even remember that because 2005 was the year I moved to Arizona, and like, oh, Wayne Gretzky's the coach. Like,
Yeah.
and I was young, but I even understood the magnitude of that, and I know it didn't work out great in the end, but that moment, that particular moment, had to be surreal.
Yeah, I mean, you look at what he accomplished here as a coach. First of all, he saved the franchise. If not for Wayne Gretzky, this team moves. Well, I don't care what anybody says. This team's playing in the upper northwest of the United States, if not for Wayne Gretzky. And I mean, and Craig will attest to this, it was down to the day the team was going to announce a move to another city. Wayne comes in with some money, some helpers, and team stays. His coaching experience?
Go ahead and say it.
What?
Portland.
Yeah, it was gone. I was actually looking at houses in Portland. True story. But his coaching experience was hard. Like Wayne is an ultra competitive human being. And you could see it in that picture, how frustrated he was. And if you can remember back to the times when he used to be on the bench, how vocal he would get at officials. Oh, gosh, was he tough on officials. Foot up on the boards, and because he just wanted to win. He wanted to win, and his level of compete was unmatched. It just wasn't the right time for Wayne Gretzky to coach here with this group. The stars didn't align for him here. He desperately wanted it to be a winner, and he wanted to succeed. It just wasn't the right time for this organization. It wasn't from a lack of effort or will or the people he surrounded himself with. It just wasn't the right time.
Craig?
Petey, do you have that suit?
Do I have what? The suit?
Oh, yeah.
Should I have worn the Wayne Gretzky suits in today? I should have.
Yeah, you
At
should.
some
I
point,
should have.
You really should.
I didn't think that one through. I
Man.
didn't think that. I tell you what, though, because I was there. I was part of the. I wasn't in the fog, because the fog is the friends of Gretzky. Like those are the people that were in the fog.
Wow.
I wasn't in the fog. I was in the periphery of the fog. I could see the fog. I was clearly not in the fog. So thankful that I had the experience of that time that he was here. Some of you, first of all, he is the greatest player. That's why they call him the great one. But to see life through his eyes and the stuff that he has to deal with, he doesn't live like we do. He can't go to the restaurants.
Yeah.
We would travel on the road, and going to a restaurant was a big deal. It was hard.
Yeah, you
Because
don't even
people
think
would be
about that.
sitting
People
outside on the
people
glass.
aren't recognizing Andre Tourigny in San Jose.
100%. But you're Wayne Gretzky,
Yeah.
and they're looking through the glass waiting you to finish. Or people come up to your table constantly. He had so much on his plate just being Wayne Gretzky that it was hard to mix in coaching. There's just much things.
That's exactly what Don Maloney said to me tonight. I was talking to him for a story that I'm doing on the Glendale years. And that's exactly what he said, Petey. He simply didn't have the time in his life to dedicate to coaching because he's Wayne Gretzky.
Yeah.
Hey, Craig, what'd you think of that solo shot on Petey?
Yeah, look at that. We got a PD cam.
I was going to comment on it. Yeah.
We got PD cam in the studio today.
No
For
Leah
if I
camera?
ever go off on a rant, we could go to PD cam, and I can go
That's
right.
what we get for being in this studio.
Yes, I like PD cam. So if I have a rant,
this-
I'm right there.
Is this the same cam that you're going to use to dance?
Not only a dance, I wanted to tease the other thing too.
Oh, there's big stuff coming, Craig. Petey walked in the room giddy. And this is Petey, who is
Yeah, I'm not necessarily
maybe
giddy is not a
never
word
giddy.
used. Yeah, maybe never giddy.
And why were you giddy, Petey?
Because
Petey.
because Craig, we have a new sponsor, which is an old sponsor. That
If you've
we
been
do
here
reads.
since the beginning, you know.
If you've been here since the beginning and watching this show since the beginning of time, we had an old sponsor. And I quite thoroughly enjoyed the reads for that sponsor. I took great pride in those reads. I will say this as a tease. This is by far not even remotely close to the best ad read for that sponsor ever at PHNX across all platforms, across all shows. Phenomenal. I laughed for 10 minutes when I came in on my own This
You just kept giggling like it'd be like 5
I wanted
minutes
to do
later.
it tonight. I wanted to do it tonight,
I
Craig.
said no.
And I got the no, not today. But I am so ready.
So when's this coming? Saturday?
I don't know. We need to have a little bigger, I don't know, build up or
I
something.
don't know. Maybe we'll have a special guest upcoming that will put it on.
Ah.
We have some upcoming special guests.
We have
so
some special guests
like
coming,
what
so
you're
we'll
thinking.
see.
more to come on that.
like it.
More to come.
Anyway,
on that.
Is it
that's
could this be a 2-person read then? Given that special guest that we're teasing and driving people crazy with right now?
nope.
No, not
right.
that special guest.
Not that. Oh, the other one? Oh, yeah. 100% it could be that other special. I thought you meant the other special guest. And that would be a hard
Many
no.
special guests. to
Hard no on the first special guest. Absolutely on the second special guest. Did people know either one of those
come.
special
No,
guests?
and we can't say.
Can't say.
No, they don't.
Nope.
Not appropriate for one, completely on brand for the other.
So
How's that?
you all can make your guesses.
There you go.
And make your guesses on what the theme of the Manscaped read will be. So I cannot wait. I'm so excited.
I wanted someone might have to not proofread it, proofhear it to make sure it's
To
on
approve
air
it.
worthy. Because I'm not so sure on a few. We'll see.
It's okay. We checked the box. This video is not suitable for children on
Do we?
YouTube. Mhm.
Okay, because this will not be. This is. There might be some
man.
singing involved. I'll just leave it at that.
Oh my.
The PD cam is definitely coming back out.
Oh,
for
we
that.
have
for
to
that?
be in here for that.
Okay.
No, but then we need cams on me and Craig reacting. Too.
Yeah,
We have
that'll have
4
to be a wide
cameras in the
shot.
building.
Yeah, we
have
can
4
have-
cameras in the building.
We can have 4 cameras in the studio if we ever wanted. Anyway, Craig, before we let you go, we need to ask, the Tempe City Council met an executive session, and this has been a huge thing all week. Is there any news? Like, I know it's closed doors, so you might not know anything at all, but is maybe no news good news? Like any word?
I have not heard anything out of executive session. I'm sorry to tell you that I don't have any more to report on that. However, I have heard from some sources that we could have a vote soon. We could have a vote,
Like a real vote?
a real vote, and really soon. So we'll see if it pans
Wow.
out, because this thing has been so fluid, as you know. There have been a lot of changes to dates, but wouldn't that be something if we got some resolution on this and they
It
could
would
go
be
forward with it?
the biggest sigh of relief of all time.
Sigh. Yeah, look at
Yeah, it would be like but it wouldn't be a PD sigh because yours are like agitated sighs. It would
Yes.
be like a legitimate
legit
sigh.
sigh of relief. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Could be great.
Okay. Well, we'll keep tabs on that. Craig, anything else from you before you head out?
Get home. Oh, did you tell him what he missed at the studio?
Oh yeah. Do we have the video, Sean? Okay, so my birthday's tomorrow. So, and this is funny, like he didn't even wait for an intermission. There was like 3 minutes left in the second, and this happened.
Happy birthday, dear Leah. Happy birthday to you.
What am I looking at?
He brought me a cake.
It was a carrot cake.
It is a cake. Okay.
It was a
Oh, it's
carrot cake. Yeah,
Yeah.
I would
Oh,
not
maybe
eat
it
the
was-
carrot cake. There was one piece of it because why the hell would you make a cake with carrots in it? I don't know. You
Carrot
put
cake is
chocolate in it.
good.
No, you put chocolate in a cake, vanilla in a cake. Maybe mix the two together and make a marble cake. You don't put carrots in a cake.
Do you
It's like putting carrots in
Sean,
Jello.
do you like carrot cake?
I hate carrot cake because it put me in the hospital one time.
Oh, because you're allergic
I'm
to
allergic
stuff.
to walnuts. But it's funny because we got to the office today and Leah was like, I brought carrots because I knew I wasn't going to eat vegetables today. And then she ended up with a carrot cake.
Carrot cake, there you go.
Yeah, that's
Vegetables
pretty
and cake just
pretty on brand
clearly
for
don't
me.
belong together. But
I'm,
it's very on brand for Leah. And so it's her birthday tomorrow, and we appreciate everything she does for us here. And we just want
I
to let
don't
her
feel
know.
like I'm not gonna bash Leah's food choices tonight because it feels like part of our brand that we do that all the time. So
Do you not
Leave a
like
layout.
carrot cake?
You like carrot cake?
I don't like carrot cake.
Really?
No.
I love it.
Well, there's plenty of
Well,
leftovers.
he also brought vanilla cupcakes.
I brought vanilla cupcakes for me and Sean.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've crushed
Which,
3 of those
by the
already.
way, Sean and I ate funfetti cupcakes earlier today.
Yeah, I had 3 of those
That I
already.
brought.
Crushed them. So you missed out on the carrot cake,
Yeah.
Craig. I'd say I'd save you
Made
a
the
piece,
night more enjoyable.
but we won't save you a piece, so I won't even say it. What's the next? Is the next game a home game again?
No, it's away.
No, Vegas,
Vegas
Saturday.
Saturday's
But
Vegas?
we might be remote.
Oh, there it is right there. There's the schedule. Speak of the schedule.
Amazing. Vegas away Saturday. By the way, so New Jersey Tuesday, Montreal beat New Jersey. What was it, 7-4 tonight? So, I mean, if the Coyotes are going to win any more this season, that might be the game. Then Vancouver again, Calgary. It's not an easy road ahead for the Coyotes, but at least they're done with the 4 games in a week schedule because that was getting...
The Vegas game's interesting to me, though. Vegas is in trouble. And Craig talked about it earlier, the Vancouver game. I just looked, Craig, Vancouver's 4 points behind. And they play twice head-to-head against Vegas in the next 10 days. Do the math. Like, Vancouver's got their even games right now. They both played 72 games. It's not impossible. And by the way, that's for 9th, not for 8th. That's for 9th.
Right.
Because they're both out of the playoffs right now. I don't know. I keep thinking Vegas has got to get in. But do they? I don't know.
Out of games. 10 games left, and they're not in a playoff spot.
Coyotes play them hard. I mean, they've had some good matchups over the last few years since they've been in the league. I'd never say never when these two teams play against each other. You just don't know. The one thing is the Coyotes are going to need to find some offense. They have to find some offense. Because it's not going to be it's not going to be a 1-0 game when you're playing Vegas.
Well, I mean, with the Tucson Roadrunners up, it could be. I got to tell a funny story before I go. I sit where I sit in the press box is almost right in front of the NHL stats crew, and there's so many Roadrunners up on this team that at one point there's a shot on goal for what's that guy's name? I'm literally hearing
for real
the NHL stats crew for real.
That's funny.
That's a bad sign. Oh boy, how many to go?
11. I think.
Yep.
Yeah, pull up the punch card.
Punch card. One more and we've cleared the roll.
One more and we're on. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Unreal.
Wow.
That now we're almost there.
It is so close. Get the end. Oh, look at Sammy D. We've got a super
we got
chat.
A super chat from Sammy D. Thank you. Happy early birthday, Leah. 4/28/22, I believe, is the next hearing. That could be the very soon. Carrot cake is trash. Okay, fine. Mix barbecue sauce with ranch sauce. Interesting. Also, anybody know any tips on how to get good at Cuphead? I don't know what that is. Tank to Tempe, baby.
Cuphead, I don't know. Sorry.
Ranch and barbecue.
It's a video game.
Oh, video game?
Ranch and barbecue sauce is an interesting food take together, but...
No. Hard no.
Isaiah appreciates carrot cake. I'm just assuming from the use
happy
of
birthday,
emojis.
though. Happy
Yes,
birthday.
I appreciate the birthday messages, everyone. Thank you. Craig, only
Craig,
a few more drives home this time of night from Gila River Arena, so enjoy it.
Be safe.
All right, guys. I'm out. I'll see you Saturday.
See you
Happy
Saturday.
birthday, Leah.
Thank
See
you.
you Saturday,
Bye,
bud.
Craig. Yes, overall, it was a good night for the Tank because with a Montreal win tonight and a Seattle win tonight and a Coyotes loss, the Coyotes sit comfortably for now.
It's just going to be hard, and I don't want to be a broken record, and I don't want to. It's going to be hard for this team to win games with the roster they're putting on the ice, and that's not a knock to anybody they're putting on the ice. It's just half of their team is gone. Half of their team is gone. So, hey, if they keep it close, that's a win. So let's just get through these last 11 games and start talking about ping pong balls and drafts. Can't wait. Cannot wait for the party that could happen here in July if the ping pong balls fall the right way. Yep. I mean, you look at it, if you added those 10 players back to the lineup, plus you talk about Nathan Smith, you talk about McBain, Dylan Gunther.
If this was a healthy team, I think these games and all these 5-1 and 5-0 losses wouldn't be like this.
It's right when they were winning. Look at the road trip out east.
Yeah.
And they were putting up big numbers. And then add Dylan Gunther and this next season's high draft pick and the 2 college players that are coming in. Like, okay, yeah, we see it. Connor Timmins. We haven't seen Connor Timmins since the first few weeks of the season.
Forget about Connor Timmins.
Exactly. There are so many good things coming. We just have to get through this last 11 games.
Yep. We're almost there.
Fast forward.
We really are. It's It's April 7th. The last game is on the 29th, which, by the way, everyone, and I can't say much now, but I'd circle that one on your calendar.
The 29th?
Yeah.
That was the 28th.
No, it's the 29th.
We got a circle.
No, the 28th could be what Sammy said could be the next meeting.
Oh.
But like the 29th is the last Coyotes game of
And
the
a lot's
season and the
going
last
on.
game at Gila River Arena. And just
There's a
circle
lot
that
going
one.
on.
There's a lot going on. So
On that day.
yeah, follow along PHNX
Well,
Sports.
it's not your birthday.
What?
We know it's not your birthday.
No. But
Something
follow
else?
along PHNX Sports because
Something else?
more to come. I can't say.
I don't know. Do I know?
I'll talk to you after.
Okay.
And also we just talked about pretty much all the Tucson Roadrunners being up here. Petey and I caught up with Roadrunners head coach Jay Verity
Yep.
earlier in the week for another episode of Down the I-10, and we really talked a lot about the
About this.
the
Yeah.
impact of injuries, not just on the Coyotes, but the residual effect on the Roadrunners and what that means for him and his team and kind of what they're going through down there. So if you haven't had a chance, it's both wherever you get your podcast, and it lives on YouTube as well. So you can check out either or both if you'd like. And as we go forward, we'll continue to keep talking to draft experts. We talked to Craig Button. We talked to
Chris Peters.
I always want to call him Corey Peters, but that's
Yep.
Corey Prodman,
Corey Prodman.
who we are planning
We're
to talk
having
to
him
as
too.
well.
Yeah, we're going to get
So,
them all back on
yeah.
again before the draft. Because we're going to
Yeah.
get as many experts as we can to tell us what the hell we're looking forward to.
Yeah. And JMT said, is there a fast forward button to the
I know.
NHL draft? That's how I feel, especially nights like tonight. And thank you for bringing me cake because it just broke up that game. It just gets brutal.
But wait, the draft is going to be great. And I that is a big night. But the real big
lottery.
night is the lottery.
Yeah.
Like, that's where it really happens. Like, that's like, it's awful because I remember sitting there for the Connor McDavid lottery. We all got together as a staff. We all went out to a local establishment. We were all watching on TVs, and we just didn't understand the gravity of it and how it was working. They're putting up picture after picture. He'd open the envelope and he'd put up a logo. And then all of a sudden he picked the Edmonton Oilers logo, and the Edmonton Oilers logo was a different color. And we kind of all looked at each other and go, did that just happen? Like, what happened? Like, no, we didn't get it that they won again and got the first overall pick again, and it was just over in a second. So buckle up for the draft lottery, because I'm sure we'll be doing a show. Are we doing a show?
I don't know that feeling, Petey.
I know, Buffalo Sabre. Jack Eichel. How
all
did
the-
Jack
all the-
Eichel work out?
Yeah, great. All the Connor McDavid Sabres jerseys that are now in the trash somewhere, because those did exist. There were a lot of them at the draft.
That is
party.
unreal, man. Well, let's hope.
Sorry, John.
Let's hope the balls fall in Coyotes' favor.
Yep.
Let's hope so. They've like the hockey gods have been against this team for
Please.
so
For
long.
the fan, if not for anyone, for the fans who've stuck by this team thick and thin.
And we have to do a show that day. Have to. Like, we have to.
Yeah.
Can we drink on that one? Buddy,
That's how we're getting through
I'm
it.
Ubering home on that
Yeah.
one. Win, lose, or draw, I'm Ubering home.
Exactly. Hopefully
All right.
we'll have a
I'm
partner
sorry.
for that too. Well, everyone, thank you so much for joining us on a Thursday night. Another Coyotes loss, but we appreciate you being here for another pack therapy session. Honestly, I don't think I could have gotten through the season if it weren't for this community. So we appreciate you all. Please follow PHNX Sports across all platforms. Subscribe on YouTube. Follow PHNX Coyotes wherever you get your podcasts. Leave us a review. It helps us a lot. And follow us on Twitter at PHNX_Coyotes. I promise you, Petey is planning his dance.
Yes.
It's been a busy week with opening weekend for baseball and all that stuff going on. It is not.
We didn't forget.
We did not forget, I promise. So that will be coming soon. And a lot of exciting stuff coming up in the next couple weeks that I can't even talk about, but maybe as soon as next week. So you're going to want to keep your eye on PHNX_Coyotes and the PHNX Sports YouTube channel, because a lot of fun stuff coming next week.
It is next week.
Yeah.
Are we going to tease it before that? Not today.
Yes, we will.
This weekend we'll
Yeah.
tease it.
So,
Oh boy.
There's your little tease. It's going to be a good one. All of you, we appreciate you for being here. And we will see everyone Saturday night after the Golden Knights game. Have a great rest of your night, everyone. Have a great Friday, and we'll see you this weekend.